steps. Siyempre, mas madali kapag may sinusundan tayong, it's just like a pattern na para ma-solve natin step by step yung pagkuha ng solutions to a given problems in math. So, this time, we are going to present the steps in order for us to solve quadratic inequality. So, just like any other steps that we have presented, in order for us to solve quadratic inequalities, all you have to do is to follow the steps we call CT. Still, we are going to hide it to an acronym, and the word for today is the word CT. So, bakit nga ba CT yung ating steps in order for us to solve quadratic inequalities? CT, it's because that's where all of us, particularly all of my students, lives. All of you are living in the city. So when you are living in the city, may mga advantages yan at saka may disadvantages. So ang advantages nan is that there are many opportunities na makukuha mo when you are living in the city. Yung disadvantage naman when you are living in the city is that you have to go with the flow. So kung ano yung pamumuhay in the city, kailangan mong makisabay. But it's not always na makakasabay ka sa pamumuhay ng lahat ng tao in the city. So that's just one of their advantages and disadvantages when you are living in the city. So it's parang if you are living in the city, it's an honor. Parang ganun ang pakiramdam. So may mga kaya nga may mga iba't ang taga-province na gustong pumunta in the city, particularly in Metro Manila, for them to find out kung ano yung gusto nilang or for them to pursue kung ano yung gusto nilang marating sa buhay nila without even knowing na syempre since hindi sila sanay in the city, so mahihirapan silang mag-adjust. But those things na mararanasan nila, those are just hindrances sa buhay nila para maging strong sila, para makamit nila yung hinahangad nila sa buhay nila. Kung ano ba yung gusto nilang marating sa buhay nila. Kaya nga pupunta yung mga province sa Metro Manila, di ba, para maghanap ng magandang buhay. Without them even knowing na mas mahirap din pala in Metro Manila. Kasi nga, ang thinking is that you are going to Metro Manila because there are many opportunities na naghihintay in Metro Manila. So yun nga lang, you just have to work hard. It's just not like na pumunta ka ng Metro Manila or ng city na coming ka from the province na wala kang gagawin, that you are just there, going there, then sit there. So hindi ganun dapat. When you go to a city, so kailangan mo makipagsapalaran. Ayun yung tamang word Kailangan mo makipagsapalaran sa mga tao na makakasalamuha mo when you are already in the city. So you have to work hard for it. Kung ano yung gusto mo, pinipicture out mo na gusto mong maging or ma-attain mo sa buhay mo in the future. So, yun ang dapat maging motivation mo para malampasan mo yung hirap na daranasin mo when you go to the city. So, on the other hand, lahat ng mga taga-city naman, since alam na nila yung buhay in the city, so alam nila na mahirap din naman yung buhay in the city. So, some of them are going on a vacation to a province, di ba? So, nagbabakasyon sa province kasi miss yung buhay sa probinsya. So, ganyan yung naging, yung, kumbaga, sa hirap ng buhay in the city, so, iniisip nila na bumalik doon sa probinsya kung saan silang probinsya. Kasi iniisip na yung buhay doon mas madali than you are in the city. Kasi sa city, kailangan mong ipagsapalaran sa araw-araw. Lahat ng gusto mong ma-attain sa buhay mo, kailangan mong paghirapan. So lahat yun, makukuha mo na hindi lang just a click of a finger na right away nandiyan na yung lahat ng gusto mo. Hindi ganoon eh. You have to work for it. Kailangan paghirapan yun. So that's why yung mga taga city gusto ring umuwi in the province for them to relax, to breathe fresh air, so para yung mga toxic na nalanghap nila in the city mapalitan ng fresh air when they are in the province. Kaya nga 'di ba every vacation kapag medyo walang trabaho, some of the people in the city are going to the province. So para yung ma-refresh yung mind nila dun sa mga toxic na nararanasan nila na buhay nila in the city. So ayun na ano natin. So we have to hindi man sabi natin we have to be contented on what where we are right now. Kasi both ways, nasa city ka man or nasa province ka man na urban places, still the same. So kailangan mong mabuhay, kailangan mong ipagpatuloy yung buhay, kailangan mong humanap nung mga bagay na magsusupport sa family mo. So, you know what? Those persons living in the city, more specifically dito sa Metro Manila. So, sa dami ng privileges na nakukuha nila, more specifically mga students, sa dami ng privileges na nakukuha nila, so they still, those students are still taking for granted those things. Lalo na yung pag-aaral. So, they take that for granted even though binibigay ng lahat sa kanila. So, all they need to do is just go to school. Pumasok na lang sa school because everything that they needed in school are free already. So, it's provided already for them. So, what they need to do na lang is to go to school. And the others are taking that for granted. Hindi pa nila naiisip na what if you are living in an urban places, medyo malayo sa kabihasnan. So if you are going to put your shoes in their shoes, if you are going to put yourself in their shoes, so what are you going to do to live, di ba? So may mga nakikita ko napapanood na other children are not studying because of tinatawag na kahirapan sa buhay. So nakikita mo sila nagtatrabaho para lang makakuha sila ng pangkain nila sa araw-araw. So they are helping their parents to earn money para may magamit sila sa pang-araw-araw because wala sila eh. Yung pag-aaral sa kanila, it's just like hindi rin nila masyado bibigyan ng attention. It's because wala sila. Wala silang pambili ng mga gamit sa eskwelahan, wala silang pambili ng uniform, wala silang pambili ng sapatos man lang because they are living in a place where medyo malayo na sa syudad. Diba, pag nakakita ako ng mga batang ganun, I got teary-eyed. So, yes, I want at the back of my mind, I want to help them. Gusto ko silang tulungan, oo. Pero as of the moment, hindi ko pa sila kayang tulungan. Hindi pa kaya. So, in terms of financially, hindi ko pa sila kayang tulungan. So, nagagawa ko doon lang is sa pamamagitan ng pagtuturo, so I am giving them words of encouragement. But words of encouragement are not enough. So what they need is money. Kailangan nila ay pera. So ayun yung kailangan nila. Kasi money is one of the basic need ng tao. So kailangan nila yun. Lalo na yung pamilya na nasa probinsya na may hirap na kailangan kailangan talaga. Siyempre, uunahin pa ba nila yung pag-aaral kaysa dun sa makakain nila? Pero may mga ganun tao eh. Siyempre, kung iisipin mo, nakakalungkot, kung iisipin mo, kung i-compare natin siya sa mga bata na nasa syudad, lalo na sa Metro Manila, na all the things are already provided for you to study, gagawin mo lang is pumasok, and the others are taking that for granted. Ayun yung mas nakakalungkot. So, ibigay nyo na lang sa kanila. If kung ayaw nyo, kung ayaw nyong pumasok, then sana nagpalit na lang kayo ng posisyon. Diba? There are many students there na gusto mag-aral because they want to what you call this, to attain. They want to attain what they want to be in life. Others there wants to be a teacher like me. So others wants to be a doctor. So paano nila magagawa yon if kung wala silang pampaaral or wala silang magagamit sa pag-aaral nila? Kaya nga, maswerte kayong mga students na nasa syudad kasi binibigay na sa inyo lahat. So what about them? So, bago mo isipin na hindi pumasok in school, isipin mo muna yung mga bata, maraming bata na hindi nakakapasok dahil walang-wala sila. So, yun yung ano natin. So, just think of them. Ikaw, kailangan mo nalang pumasok eh. Because everything are already provided to you. How about them? So, you try to put yourself in their shoes. Isipin mo, kung ako kaya nasa katayuan nila, what will I do? Ano yung gagawin ko? Diba? Just like what I mentioned earlier, gusto ko silang tulungan, pero as of the moment, wala tayong kakayahan para tulungan sila. Because most of them needs money. So that's kaya yun yung dahilan kung bakit naisipan ko ring mag-vlog. Because I was inspired by some of the vloggers na nakaka-inspire naman talaga na tumutulong sa kapwa. So I also want to imitate them. So ko silang gayahin. So that's why I started do the vlogging. So itong mga turo ko sa inyo, I posted it on YouTube. So in that ways, sana hopefully in the future, kapag nag-monetize yung YouTube channel ko, magawa natin yung mga gusto nating gawin. Magawa natin yung gusto nating or mabigyan natin ng tulong yung gusto ng mga dapat tulungan natin. So kasi sa ngayon na magagawa mo lang words of encouragement na but those words of encouragement na binibigay mo hindi enough hindi yun basta-basta ano lang so at paano yung sikmura, yung nararamdaman nila sa sikmura nila na gutom. So that's why as I was saying pag nag-monetize yung YouTube channel ko I also want to help. My advocacy is to help those who are needy. Kahit sa Metro Manila maraming mga nangangailangan. Pero mas marami nangangailangan sa mga probinsya. So yun yung mas bibigyan natin ng tuon. So of course, we are not going to pick on sino lang kailangan natin tulungan. So lahat ng nangangailangan tulong kailangan natin tulungan. Siyempre, mangyayari yan kapag nagkaroon tayo ng sapat na pera para ipantulong sa kanila. So hopefully you will support me on making my YouTube channel monetized. So in that way, matutulungan ko na yung sarili kong pamilya at makakatulong na rin ako sa iba. So that's the message of the steps that we call city. So ano ba yung city na yan? So city, the first letter of it, which C stands for change the given quadratic inequality in one variable into quadratic equation. So since the given here are quadratic inequality or uh, mathematical sentences that uses inequality symbols, so the first thing we are going to do is to change it into quadratic equation. That inequality symbol, papalitan natin ng equal sign. So in that way, yung inequality natin magiging quadratic equation now. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa rin tayo aalis doon sa quadratic equation na pinag-aralan natin. So still, gagamitin natin siya even if we are solving quadratic inequality. And second, I stands for solve the values of the variable using any methods of solving quadratic equation. So since we have formed quadratic equation by changing that inequality by an equal sign, so we are now going to make use of different methods in solving quadratic equations. So um, when we solve that, of course, we can come up with the two values of the variable. But when we are talking about inequality, it has many solutions. Maraming solutions kapag sinabi natin inequality. Let's take, for example, pag sinabi natin x is greater than 5. So the solutions are those numbers which are greater than 5, which starts from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth up to infinity. So it has many solutions. So those values na makukuha natin in solving that equation, when we form that inequality into an equation, those are just clues that will help us in order for us to find out the solutions to a given quadratic inequality. And P, the third step stands for then locate the values of the variable on the number line. So you're going to make here a number line. So starts from 0 to the right are positive, while to the left are negative. Then if the inequality symbol given is less than or is greater than, just like this, so we are going to use open circle. Open circle, ang nilalagay natin because ini-indicate nun na yung number na yun na may open circle is not included in the solution to the given quadratic inequality. On the other hand, you are going to make use the solid circle if the inequality symbol is less than or equal or is greater than or equal. So, yung solid circle naman, ibig sabihin, kapag yun ang nilagay natin, that number na nilagyan natin ng solid circle is included in the solution to a given quadratic inequality. So, mag-draw ka ng number line, then locate mo yung dalawang numbers na nakuha mo when you solve the quadratic equation. Then, babalik ka on the given quadratic inequality, you are going to look at the inequality symbol being used there, malaman mo kung open circle ba ang gagamitin mo or solid circle. Then last, Y stands for you have to show and write now the solutions. So with the help of your graph here, with the use of number line, so you are now going to show and write now the solutions. Of course, when you locate using open circle or solid circle, in that way, malalaman mo na kung ano yung solutions niya. So you have to show and write now the solutions because the solutions are if less than or is less than or equal ang inequality symbols ng given quadratic inequality natin, then the solutions are those inside it. So di ba dalawang numbers yun sa quadratic inequality doon sa number line natin. So mahati ngayon yung number line into two parts, those inside it and those outside it. So you are going to look at the inequality symbol of the given quadratic inequality kung ano yung mga solutions niya. So ang solutions kapag less than or less than or equal ay yung mga nasa loob ng dalawang numbers na yun. Then, kung greater than or equal yung given inequality symbol natin, the solutions are those outside it. So, nasa right side at saka nasa left side. Yun yung solutions to the given quadratic inequality. So again, that depends on the inequality symbols kung ano yung magiging solutions to a given quadratic inequality. Sinabi natin, it has many solutions. So, makukuha natin yung mga solutions na yun by just simply knowing the inequality symbol and knowing the two values that will help us in order for us to find out the solutions to a given quadratic inequality. So, in order for us to solve a quadratic inequality, all we have to do is to apply the steps that we call CT. Yung CT, hindi yan hindi yan yung bago mag-utso Hindi rin yan yung pagkatapos ng sais. CT, that's just CT. So just kidding. Para lang maano yung mood natin.